The entire Western world they're on a path to just cuck everyone. All of history was built by men, always has been.
Yep.
And a future that isn't built by men has never been tested, and I don't think it's going to work out particularly well for mankind. Like, what is a queer future? Like, in what crazy, perverse world are babies born in little test tubes and everyone's gay? Most of the people in America, literally just like America.
Howdy folks, I'm Anthony Dream Johnson, 21 Studios here in Warsaw, Poland. I'm here with my man Andrew Tate, Cobra Tate. Thanks for coming out, man.
Good to meet you, friend. Good to meet you.
It's been awesome meeting you. We met last night. Had some food, cigars, drinks, a lot of drinks.
A few.
You were sober before that too, for like a day or something like that?
I quit drinking. I periodically, because for like 7 years of my life, I didn't drink.
Yeah.
So periodically, I quit drinking for 6 months at a time. So I decided to quit drinking.
Yeah.
Then I met you the next day.
Yeah.
And 24 hours later, I was drunk.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
That's how it goes. So I'm going to quit again today. I'm going to quit again.
Yeah, we'll see how long that lasts. We'll work on it, man. Yeah. It's been, so let's talk about you though. You are one hell of a character in the manosphere. You are like probably the ultimate bad boy in the manosphere. Our very own Dan Blazarian, maybe even above that.
Yeah, I know. I've got some people who think I'm completely bad for the space. I got some people who think I make the space interesting.
Let me make myself clear. I think you're absolutely wonderful for the space. You and your brother both.
It's really nice to have someone say something nice about you once in a while. Thank you, friend. Thank you. Thank you.
I think the world needs a lot more bad boys and a lot more alphas.
Yeah, and I think that, a whole part of being who you are and all the things we preach in Red Pill is being unashamedly who you are. Like, this is who I am, this is what I do.
Zero apology.
Yeah, zero apology. And it's not something I put on, it's not something I fake. People think I'm playing a character. It's like, no, this is who I am, this is what I do. Bam, if you don't like it, don't follow me. It's just, and I think that's basically what the Red Pill teaches. But then when people do it, some people get upset by it because they don't like what they see.
Yeah.
Am I supposed to hide and mask certain parts of my personality? It doesn't make sense to me.
Let's talk a little bit about your history too, for the guys that don't know you. You are a world champion kickboxer 4 times over.
Yep.
You're a multi-millionaire, you and your brother both.
Yep.
You are both American and British, but you live in Romania.
Yep.
A couple more facts beyond that.
Yeah, so pretty mixed up history. I was originally a chess player when I was a kid. I played chess professionally. My father was a chess player. And then when my mother and father split up, we moved to England.
Okay.
And I missed chess. There was no real chess scene in England like there was in America, so I decided to take up the next best thing. To me was fighting, and everyone goes, chess? To fight, because chess is seen as like geeky, and then fighting's fighting. To them, they're very dissimilar, but to me, they're very similar. It's still.
So you were born in America?
I was born in America.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, born in Washington, D.C. on Andrews Air Force Base. So I was born in the capital, and then we lived in Goshen, Indiana. Ooh. And then Party Town. And then, moved to England. So grew up in England, gave up chess, started kickboxing, and then had a successful kickboxing career, made a little bit of money, and then ended up moving to Eastern Europe for a bunch of political reasons. I think there's a whole bunch of political reasons to be out here as opposed to Western Europe.
Yeah, it's my first time here in Eastern Europe at all, and I am absolutely loving it. I've toured other parts of Europe, Scandinavia, Amsterdam, Britain, shit like that.
Yeah.
And this is, I'm really impressed. I've heard all the stories, and it's next level.
It's the only place you can be free in Europe left.
Yeah.
I mean, really, Western Europe is the dystopian future of the USA.
Yeah.
It's completely liberal, it's completely cucked, they've passed all these laws to censor your speech. Anything they deem hateful is
even tweets and shit. They'll come to your house.
Even tweets.
It's crazy.
Bro, I'll send you some newspaper articles. There was a woman who misgendered a transsexual on Twitter and got arrested in front of her 3-year-old kid.
Yeah.
Put in a jail cell for 12 hours.
Man.
It's like, it's insane, because as soon as they pass laws saying that you're not allowed to say anything hateful against a certain group, it sounds like a good law, but then they just completely abuse the law. So all these people are being arrested for no reason. You can't speak, you can't have an opinion, and it's all just going downhill very quickly. So
I like the way you put that, though. The Western Europe is like a dystopian future for America. Because I was saying the other day that Eastern Europe, especially now here Poland, it almost feels futuristic in a positive way for America. It feels very positive and very masculine, very feminine here. Like, it's a very healthy culture I'm seeing. I'm loving it.
This is the crazy thing. The crazy thing about it all is, without a family unit and without, children and without people who are happy to be married and be together and give birth to babies, there is no future anyway. Like, we talk about future. What's the future? I read a newspaper article about that Desmond is Amazing kid, and he was wearing a T-shirt saying, "The future is queer," and I sat and thought, okay, but there is no such thing as a queer future. It takes heterosexual sex to even create a baby. Like, what is a queer future? Like, in what crazy, perverse world are babies born in little test tubes and everyone's gay? And it's just like, the whole thing is messed up.
It's super retarded.
It doesn't make sense. Heterosexuality.
Plus it's wrong. The future is masculine, of course. So we're working on it.
All of the history has always been masculine.
Yeah.
And
patriarchal and all that.
Yeah, and females try and pretend that that's a bad idea and that we somehow oppress them. And that's why I think the biggest mistake is made, because in my experience of the world, and in fact, if you look at the genuine history of the world, all the hell men went through was to protect women.
Yeah.
You know, we were the ones who died in the Titanic to protect women. We're the ones who went to war to protect our wives and children at home. If men really exploited women, why did we not sit and send our women to war?
Yeah.
Because they can send their women, we'll send our women. It's a fair fight, we'll stay at home.
Yeah.
No, we went to do it.
We built all of civilization and they benefit from it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And okay, did they have a price to pay? No, they had a role to play.
Yeah.
They had a role, and their role was to support us. And
a very important role.
And a very important role, and it's absolutely not a role to be demonized or looked down on, and it's nothing they should be ashamed of. But all of history was built by men, always has been.
Yep.
And a future that isn't built by men has never been tested, and I don't think it's going to work out particularly well for mankind. That's my personal view, because it's never been tested. So we're sitting here going, well, it's going to be great. We don't even know.
You
know, and
I'm 100% same page, man.
And what we've seen so far, with a female, you know, with the female imperative on society, is it getting better? I don't think society is getting any better.
It gets worse.
It gets worse because there's a whole bunch of reasons. I could talk about this forever, but just even the most basic things about the fact that how a lot of women aren't instinctively territorial and these kind of things. You look at the feminist-run countries.
They also can't lead men. Men don't follow women, like, period.
Well, exactly. And they're thinking, well, if we feminize the men, they'll listen to us. Yeah, the Western men that you feminize may listen, but the psychos you let in from third world won't listen to you. So then what? Because this is what's happening in Sweden. They have a feminist-run government. The Swedish men have become cucked, but they've let in so many psychos that rape's gone up 4,000% in 2 years.
I think even in the West, though, with Western men, they eventually just rebel or they just kill themselves. Suicide's super high, depression, all that kind of bullshit. So yeah, it's crazy. So let's talk about this, though. So you were known as this notorious bad boy in the manosphere. You run campsite, all these hot-ass girls and shit. You travel around the world, drive super fast cars and shit. You know, even in Romania with the the roads and shit. Whatever. Hey man, you gotta do what you gotta do. But you're very pro-family like me. And a lot of people don't understand that. They probably don't believe that, but I do, because I get it. I'm on a very similar page.
Absolutely. People have this idea that you must pick a side. You're a playboy, or you are absolutely and utterly a complete tradcon. And I don't believe that. I was extremely happy with my upbringing. If anyone who's watched my Twitter knows I super really believed I had the best father in the world. And my father was absolutely a renegade. He was a world level chess player who traveled the world, played chess here and there, gambled all his money, fucked anything that moved, and that's who he was. And he was a hero, and he's my hero. Like, he was a G. Like, I never sat there and thought, oh, I wish he stayed home and watched cartoons with me.
And he had 3 kids.
And he had 3 children.
And sister.
Yeah, exactly. He had 3 children that we know about, and maybe a couple others. And that's who he was. And he did his job as a father fantastically, and he can do it a couple days a week, because a father, if you're good enough, can instill discipline and instill values. You haven't got to be there all the time. I really do believe that's a mother's job. And I was happy with the way I was raised. And I look at him. You know, it's actually funny. I'll tell you a quick story about him. When my mom and dad split up, we moved to England, and my sister stopped talking to my dad because obviously my mom was upset because he split up, and my dad cheated, and my sister stopped talking to him. And me and my brother.
Can we just explain the quotation marks for cheating?
Okay, we can explain it. We'll explain cheating. I'll come back to it in a second.
I mean, she should have expected it. I mean, that's who he was.
You know, but when my sister stopped talking to my dad, me and my brother obviously still spoke to him, and he said, "Boys, when you're older, you'll understand." And now I'm older, I understand. He fucked a girl, so. And this is what I mean by cheated. This whole idea of cheated, to me, is it's propagated by obviously Western society. It's propagated by the powerful females. This idea that no man should ever dare fuck anyone but them. And to me, it's asinine. I have a relationship. I've been in a relationship for 6 years. I fuck anything that moves. She knows I do it. And she stays with me anyway. And the reality is, because I've never hidden it, I've never lied about it. It's her choice. She can leave if she wants to leave. She decides to stay with me because I've always been honest with her about who I am and what I want from life. And
I'm guessing she enjoys the hell out of that.
Well, you know, she sits there and she often says to me, she laughs. She goes, "These other girls, they get with you. It makes me laugh that they think you'd ever be any other way." It makes me laugh that they think you, as you are going to be the guy who's like, "Oh, okay, I'll sit home. Okay, I won't go out." Like, I do what I fucking want.
Yeah, it's delusional.
It's delusional. You know, if you're a red-blooded male and you're living a life that you want to live, you're going to do certain things. Now, if I have a woman who I love and I have women who I fuck who I don't love, what's she got to worry about? You know, and this is the big thing with it, and this is what I try and explain to some of the other red pill guys who don't like me. Is that really sexual exclusivity is just a matter of proving that you care about the person. This is how a woman proves she cares about you. I'm sexually exclusive to you, I care about you. That's fine. That's how women prove they care. Men can prove they care other ways.
Yeah.
I can say to my girl, look, you're the only one who I own a property with. You're the only one I take on holiday. You're the only one I do this, and this. But I fuck a bunch of guys.
Yeah.
So she still knows I care about her above the others.
And the reason for that too is it's all about feelings for women, right?
Absolutely.
If they feel you care about them, they feel you love about them, then that's it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, the physical stuff, it's whatever to them.
Absolutely. So when guys go to me, oh, you're lying, your girl wouldn't let you do that, or she's fucking other
just
people
jealous
too.
haters and losers,
I'm like, no,
man.
that's not true. That's 0% true. She isn't talking to any other men at all. She knows what I do, and she accepts it because that's who I am as a person, and I've never hid that. And I don't think it's an unhealthy attitude to have. I really don't believe it's unhealthy.
No, I see it as a really high quality self-expression. You're just doing what the fuck you're gonna do. You're honest about it. Fuck yeah.
Yeah. And this is it. When all like the pickup guys and red pill guys, they talk about frame all the time. And they're all talking about frame, and I say, well, that's basically all I'm doing. This is the life I'm going to live.
Yeah.
You're either part of it or you're not.
Yep.
But this is the life I'm going to live. This is who I want to be. I want to feel free. It's not about fucking girls. To me, it's not about girls. It's about being free. I don't like the idea of anyone telling me what I can do.
Yeah, it's about being Cobra fucking Tate.
Well, you know what I mean? That's what it's about. I don't like the idea of having anyone, a wife, a chick, anyone saying you can't do this.
Yeah.
I do what I want.
Yeah.
If you tell me I can't, I'm going to do it more.
Fucking great. Yeah, this is fucking awesome.
So that's how it is, and they either comply or they leave, and some leave and some stay.
Yeah, there's a speaker you got to meet someday from the United States, Hypnotica, Eric Von Sydow.
Okay.
He lives a very similar life. I think his wife's Romanian.
Yeah.
He runs a strip club. He fucks all these women, but she loves him. They've been together for like 12 years now.
Exactly.
Yeah, and California is great. He's an awesome dude. You like him a lot. Yeah.
Perfect.
Let's switch topics a little bit. So we were talking last night about Donald Trump, Alex Jones.
Yeah.
What are your opinions on Alex Jones and then Donald Trump?
Alex Jones, I think, is one of the greatest men on the planet. I really do
100% agree.
I think if you're going to judge a man by his passion and his patriotism, then he's number one.
Yeah.
There's no one more passionate and patriotic than Alex Jones.
Yeah.
He loves America, and he'll tell you that.
Yeah. And he is who he is, right?
He is who he is. And some people say he's a bit crazy and he's a bit too far, but my view is this. The entire world needs balance. You need yin and yang. And if you look at how crazy the leftists have become, and how nuts they are, maybe he's a tiny bit over the mark sometimes. You need some balance in the world because they've gone so far psycho land.
So you see him as a good pushback against the far left, crazy socialist, communist.
We need Alex Jones.
Yeah.
We didn't have him. Who would we even have besides Trump himself, who's genuinely conservative anymore?
Yeah.
We don't even have anyone who's genuinely conservative. And what's crazy is this: I don't even really consider myself too much of a conservative, although I've ended up there. There's a whole bunch of issues that I don't care about. I don't care about global warming. Is it happening? Maybe. Don't give a shit. Some people really deny it. Some people really believe in it.
Yeah.
Don't give a fuck. I don't really care about abortion. If women want to do dumb shit with their bodies and fuck their own lives up and kill their own kids, go do it then. Like, I'm not going to be the guy forcing women to have kids. I don't care. But all I really believe in is a strong immigration law and protecting your country and putting your country first.
Patriotism.
And patriotism. And as soon as you're patriotic nowadays, you're instantly a far-right, alt-right Nazi. Because you believe that your country shouldn't completely submit and throw its history and heritage away.
Poland, of course, is amazing for that. This country, they're so in love with their own country. It's amazing.
Well, it's because they've been through shit.
Yeah, a lot of shit.
They've been through a lot of shit, and they've been fucked up a lot of times by a lot of people, and they finally got their shit together. And like, no, we're not losing this again. Yeah. And that's the thing. And we all know the old adage that hard times create strong men create good times. We all know that, and it's absolutely true. America's had it easy for a long time.
Yeah.
And now most of the people in America literally dislike America. They're sitting there saying, "Oh, this is not fair. They're not nice to me because I'm this, because I'm black, because I'm Muslim, because whatever. This place ain't good. This place is racist. This place. Well, fucking leave then."
Yeah.
And they don't understand that. And they don't understand that in most other countries you can't do that. Yeah. You can't come to Poland and start walking around to everyone in Poland saying Poland's a shithole.
Yeah.
You can't do that. So the fact they even have the freedom to do that shows how great a country America is.
Yeah.
But there's some huge experiment going on. I'm not going to get too conspiracy theorist with it, but the entire Western world they're on a path to just cuck everyone and divide everyone.
Suicidal.
Yeah, absolutely, because all they have to try and do is they just divide and conquer. They just get everyone confused and upset with their own little tiny issue, their own imaginary racism, their own whatever, so they can just control us all and keep us buying shit from Amazon.com.
Yeah.
It's just consumerism, it's globalism. That's all it is.
Let's talk about Donald Trump. What's your opinion on him?
I love Trump, man. He's the best we could have ever hoped for.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
But what kind of worries me is, considering he's the best we could ever hope for, and there's still a whole bunch of stuff that hasn't got done, doesn't that show how powerful the people behind all this shit are?
Yeah.
You know, like you got Trump who doesn't give a shit.
It's a big fight we have ahead of us.
You know, and you got the best soldier you could have as a president, and he's still struggling to get the wall built. He's still struggling. Still, people, conservatives are being censored on social media.
We picked our top alpha.
We picked our top guy, and we're still losing some. Not losing, but we're still fighting hard on some of the important battles.
Yeah.
So if the next guy isn't Trump level or better, and I can't even think of anyone yet.
Yeah.
We're gonna be in trouble.
In my opinion, I think Trump's kind of setting. Hopefully, he clears the field. I think it's kind of like a wrecking crew, or like a wrecking ball.
Yeah.
So the guys after him, I'm hoping for Rand Paul or someone like that.
Yeah.
And Rand Paul and these guys, they're learning from Trump. I think they're getting more savage, which is really good.
That's what we need to do. People need to finally get their shit together and just stand up and say, no, that's bullshit, fake news. You know, he's the first guy in a long time.
Yourself.
Yeah. But this is what you need, because it really is crazy that any American thinks it's a bad idea to put America first. That shows how screwed these people's minds are.
Propaganda, man. It's brainwashing.
It's crazy, because if Russia had the most powerful economy in the world, or China had the most powerful economy in the world, do you think they wouldn't put themselves first?
Yeah.
They would absolutely. It's like playing poker. When you play poker against a guy with the big stack and you've got the short stack, and they put the pressure on you, they squeeze you. Wait till China rules the world. They're going to put a squeeze on everyone. You think they're doing a nice trade deal with anybody? They're going to put a squeeze on everyone.
Yeah.
And here we are as America being nice. Oh, well, this is a small country, so they'll benefit more than us.
Communism isn't very nice either. Yeah.
Well, exactly. You know, they're totalitarian, and that's why they're going to win if we don't do something about it. So, I mean, this is all the political stuff, but you know, it's great to have someone who's actually in the White House who actually gives a shit about America instead of giving a shit about everyone else.
Yeah, first president in my lifetime that I'm proud of every single day.
Yep.
My whole life I've never had a president like this.
Yep.
Yeah, so it's been waking up in America now. It's like a whole new life, man. It's awesome.
He's doing a fantastic job. So I can't wait for. I'm going to make sure I'm in America on election night 2020 just to see. I'm going to be in New York.
I was
liberal.
fucking a Hillary supporter on election night. It was awesome. It was fucking. I was like, oh, you don't like being grabbed by the pussy? Like it was fucking dope. It was really savage.
I do.
Total accident. Like it wasn't set up like this. I was like, oh, this is great.
They all end up Trump supporters.
She was literally like in tears at one point when Trump won. It was bad, dude. I don't know if I should put this on camera. Whatever. So talking about the West, talking about America, what do you think it's going to take to save the West? How do we do that, in your opinion? Just the basic facts.
Yeah, it's a big fight, and I think that with everything in life, it starts small and it cascades out.
Okay.
And when we talk about, it's difficult to talk about one issue without absolutely everything being linked.
Yeah.
So we talk about a country. Well, a country is a bunch of cities, which is a bunch of states, and there's a bunch of societies, and it's basically it starts. You go down and down and down and down. It's a whole bunch of families. That's all it is.
Yeah.
Families build societies, societies build towns, towns build cities, and it goes outwards. So when the family unit's completely skewed and screwed up, then your whole country's gonna be skewed.
Yeah.
This is the reality of it. And even I've been to 72 countries, man. I've been to a lot of places. And even
73 now?
This is 72.
Okay.
So even in Eastern Europe, one of the things I noticed that keeps it together is maybe it's that, communism wasn't a great thing, but they had communism for a long time. But maybe it's just simply they have stronger family ties here than they do in the West.
Because it's tough, maybe.
Because it's tougher. And also, I'll give you an example. I've been on dates with 25-year-old girls in Romania, 25. And they'll say, I've got to be home at 11, my dad said so. 25.
Damn.
You show me an 18-year-old girl in America even doesn't gives a shit what her dad says. You know, so even just basic things like that, and it keeps the unity of the family together. There's far less divorce. I'm not saying people don't get divorced. I'm not saying it's not perfect, but they had this idea, the older generation, you get married, you're married. Tough.
Yeah.
And that's how they stuck things out a bit more. And you know, and when families sit together, things transcend across the whole society.
America used to be like that too, but that's changed. It's feminism past 50 years and shit. So.
Well, the thing, and so we talk about families. Yeah, we see families that just sit together. This is going to fix everything. Well, why do families not stick together anymore? Because what's the incentive for most men to put up with the bullshit they're getting?
Yeah.
What's the incentive for men to even get
married? Well, women are brainwashed too, to fuck everything up at the drop of a hat. In America, we have no-fault divorce. They can get divorced for any fucking reason they want. Yep. Steal all your money, steal the kids.
Yep.
It's fucking crazy.
It's insane. So what logical man would get married?
Yeah.
And this is the truth. Like, we're guys who believe in family, and we're sitting there going, what's the fucking point in getting married?
Yeah.
It's a suicide.
It's dangerous as hell, yeah. I really want to do it too. It's like, I know we were talking about that last night over dinner. And, you know, I want to build a family, and I'm trying to figure out how to do that. I'm building conventions and finding speakers and ideas to figure out how to do that.
Yep.
Because I'm a 30-year-old American living in Florida, you know, born and raised. Like, how the fuck do I do this? It's like so fucking dangerous.
It's literally dangerous because you're signing up to being financially ruined. You could end up in jail for not paying some child support or
This
some
is gambling
insanity.
at this point, man. Yeah, it's crazy.
And this is a Western phenomenon, whereas in the other countries like Eastern Europe, you don't have these problems.
Yeah, I'm walking around Poland. Holy shit, what the fuck's going on with this? It's like military walking by. Shit.
That's right. You ain't fucking with Poland.
But Poland, you know, this is the first country I've ever seen in my life where I've never seen more families, more babies, more couples, more toddlers running around, grandparents pushing kids around. Everybody's like, not everybody, everybody. It's not fucking, magical, Disney World here. But these people are like happy, they build families, they're together. The children are so well behaved, it's unbelievable.
Well, when you talk about the children, it makes me laugh a lot because I look at Western kids and the shit they get away with, and I think, I've never seen that over here.
Yeah.
Like, you think you're going to scream at your parents, they're going to kick the fuck
Yeah.
out of you.
No, these kids are happy too, man.
Of course they are, but they're disciplined,
Yeah,
which gives them a foundation for life anyway. I mean, I was hit when I fucked up as a kid. And my kid's gonna get hit when he fucks up, and I'm not gonna sit there and say anything else. I'm gonna say it. It's true. If I sat and told my dad to fuck off, I got a whooping. That's how I was raised. It was his house. If I didn't like it, get the fuck out. And my kids gonna be raised exactly the same. But we have all these new age experiments. I think what a lot of this stuff comes down to is it's just new age talk, which hasn't been tried and tested.
Yeah.
I was talking with a girl once, and I was saying about how I got hit, and I'm going to hit my kid if he fucks up. I'm not saying I'm going to abuse my kid. I'm not saying I'm going to beat my kid up. I'm saying if they make a mistake, they're going to get slapped. And she goes, "You can't do that. That's bad for them. It hurts their development." And I said, since the dawn of human time, since humans existed, kids got hit when they made mistakes.
Yeah.
Since the dawn of human time, we still managed to go from a small tribe to populating the entire Earth. We still went to the moon. We still put the Panama Canal. We built cities, built the pyramids. We did all these amazing things with kids getting hit.
Built America.
We built America. And you're saying that it's bad for development. Well, look at all the things we've achieved.
Yeah.
And now you're coming along saying we must stop immediately.
Yeah.
And you don't know the future. All I know is a past where kids had discipline and things were fine.
Yeah.
So now you're going to come along and say...
People were chopping their dicks off, all this tranny shit.
And now look what's happened.
Yeah.
And then and none of this, all this is new age garbage. And a lot of it is just down to a complete lack of discipline.
Garbage.
But it is. When you remove discipline from a child's life, then they lack the ability to be disciplined on
Especially
themselves as an
boys,
adult.
right? I mean, boys and girls are different, obviously, and the boys without that, they become little pussy, sold by bitches and shit.
Well, this is the thing. Life is difficult. Rocky has the best quote on it. I can't remember exactly, but nothing's going to beat you up as hard as life.
Yeah.
This is it. Life is difficult. Everyone has bad news all the time. People come to me and they think, "Oh yeah, you got this great life." Bro, I'll tell you something. This is God's honest truth story. I bought 30 grand of a shit coin about 2 years ago, and it got hacked a year and a half ago. I didn't give a fuck.
I read this on your Twitter.
On the way to Poland, I checked for $676,000.
Damn.
And so shit happens to people.
Did you say it was shitcoin? You mean Bitcoin?
No, it was some little tiny coin, some project.
What the fuck?
Some shit coin, like a shitty Bitcoin. But the things happen to people, and things are going to happen to everyone. And even if you live the perfect life, you're still going to have bad experiences because everything's relative.
Yeah.
So small things can be big,
Yeah.
and you have to learn to get on with it and be disciplined. And if you don't have a disciplined upbringing, you don't learn to go through hard times, you're just going to end up one of those people who just is a complete feather in the wind. You just succumb to your emotions.
Yeah.
And that makes you either a pussy or, as a man, also makes you dangerous. These people, these serial killers and these school shooters and all these things, these are people who just give in on their emotions instantly. These are people with no self-control.
They never had fathers around.
They never had fathers around.
99% of them in America, they're from a single mother kind of type home or some shit, no father around.
And they never had anyone sit and say to them, "I don't care how you feel, you're not allowed to act that way."
Yeah.
And that's it. So when they feel a certain way, they think, "Well, I'm going to act this way then."
Yeah.
And that's what's dangerous. And then when people talk about toxic masculinity and all this garbage and we need to make men more feminine, that's not going to make men. It's not going to make the world safer.
Yeah.
Having a whole bunch of men who give in to their emotions instantly is going to create more monsters.
Yeah.
A bunch of babies and a bunch of monsters.
It can make them more confused and fucked up and all kinds of stuff, yeah.
The reality of masculinity is controlling your emotions. This is the reality of being a man. They try and say that men should give in and it's okay to cry. I'm not saying you can never cry if something bad doesn't happen to you. I'm saying that the tenets of masculinity since the dawn of time have been, I was afraid, but I did it anyway.
Yeah.
This is the tenets of masculinity.
Courage.
Courage.
Yeah.
That's what courage is.
Yep.
I was afraid to storm the beaches of Normandy, but I did it anyway. I was afraid to stay on the Titanic, but I did it anyway. This is the whole tenets of masculinity. And now they're saying, "Oh, if you're afraid, just act afraid, be a pussy."
Are you familiar with Jack Donovan's work, by the way?
I know him.
Yeah.
I know some of his work. I haven't read it all.
You'll like it a lot, yeah. It's
Yeah.
good. It's good shit. All about this masculinity, the characteristics, the virtues, yeah.
But it's absolutely true.
Yeah.
And when a building's on fire and you need a fireman to run into the burning building,
Yeah. It's
you
not
need
a fire.
masculinity.
Yeah.
So it's like it's just some strange. These women are acting out, and what's crazy is this: all of the women who believe in this, feminism, anti-masculinity garbage. Every time I've met one of them in person, they're more desperate for a real man than anybody.
Oh yeah.
Every time I've ever met one in person, after the first half an hour of
it's just this fake shell they put on.
Of course it is.
Yeah.
It's all fake. And as soon as they realize you're a man that doesn't bow to their bullshit, they want you.
Oh yeah.
So it's
they want it bad. They want the belt.
Of course they do. So it's all garbage. It's all garbage. It's just garbage on a macro level.
Let's talk about, you mentioned women. Let's talk about men and women. Like where in the West, in America, UK, Canada, where have men and women gone wrong? Let's start with men and then go into women.
I think, both sides certainly have a part to play.
Yeah.
Both sides certainly have a part to play because women are the gatekeepers to the sexual marketplace. This is the thing. Women are the gatekeepers. We're the ones who want it, and women are the ones who stop us getting it effectively.
Yeah.
So in many ways, women could control the world. And they could control the world completely differently than they do. If I had the ability to control all women, if they said, look, I only want to fuck masculine alpha guys, you'd have a whole bunch more masculine alpha guys around. So, you know, in a lot of ways, women drive a direction. When women sit and go, I want sensitive, I want this, I want that, I want this. This is where a lot of these pussy guys come from.
Yeah.
Because they sit there and go, well,
they're listening to the bullshit coming out of her mouth, which is all nonsense.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I think some of the biggest mistakes men make is listening to girls.
Okay.
Girls don't know what they fucking want.
Yeah.
Girls don't know what they want. Ask a girl what she wants to eat.
Yeah.
She doesn't know what she wants. She doesn't know what they want with anything.
Well, you mean she doesn't know what she wants on like a you know, very conscious level. Instinctually, she knows what she wants.
Absolutely. Instinctually. Yeah. I say this all the time to people because I have courses and everything on how to get girls, and people say to me, oh, advice on this, advice on that. And I say this all the time. Women don't fuck guys they like. They fuck guys they respect.
Yeah.
There's plenty of girls who hate me.
Yeah.
They still fuck me.
Yeah.
They're like, you know what? You're a dickhead.
You miss how all kinds of girls blowing your DMs up and
all the time. They're like, literally,
yeah.
oh, you know, you're a dickhead, but it would be interesting to meet you.
Yeah.
Like,
dude, I drop soap commercials and shit, you know, all that, you know,
Yeah.
the funny shit, and girls just blow up my Instagram and shit. It's funny.
Yeah.
Nudes and shit. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, this is great.
This is how it is.
More soap. More soap. Like,
because they want guys they respect. It's not about like.
Yeah.
You know, it's nothing to do with like. It's about respect. So when guys say to me, okay, well, how do I make women respect me? Well, I say, well, how do you respect yourself? That's the first thing. No one's gonna respect you if you don't respect yourself. Do other men respect you? Like, how do you act in a way that commands respect from anybody?
Yeah.
And this is what it's all basically about. A lot of the red pill stuff, a lot of the dating coach stuff. One of the reasons I don't really teach games so much is I say, look, if you focus on yourself and make yourself being who you are, being a high value male, women will detect it and it won't be so difficult for you, as opposed to trying to masquerade all the time.
and so then the specifics you're saying men will figure out as they go on.
Yeah. And I think that's what it is. I mean, when I have sons and they ask me, like, what do I do about this girl, that girl? I say, you just be the man.
Yeah.
Fuck her. You be you. And that's the frame you need anyway. A lot of the way I learned, like the things I teach in the PhD course and even having the webcam company, I learned most of what I learned about girls from fighting, because when I was fighting, I was so preoccupied and so busy, and I wouldn't let any woman take me off my mission, because I know that if I get in the cage and get an ass whooping, she's gonna leave me anyway.
Yeah.
So why am I gonna mistrain and take her out?
So you withdrew all the attention.
So I withdrew all the attention. I was like,
Yeah.
no. And I was so focused on something else, and I saw how crazy that drove them.
Yeah.
So even when I
Yeah,
quit
yeah,
fighting,
yeah.
I was like, okay, well, that's how you play the game. You know, they want, oh, I want this.
In
I
your
don't give a
opinion, do
fuck.
women want dick more or attention?
Well, and this is the thing. And
Maybe it's a trick question.
Dick is concentrated attention.
Okay.
Dick is focused attention.
Yeah.
That's what it is. It's
Yeah,
all your attention.
yeah.
You ain't focused on anything else.
Yeah.
So women's, I once again, not to plug or anything, but in my course we talk about weaponizing your attention, because that's the only thing a man has.
I say plug away. What's the website?
It's CobraTate.com, and I've got a course on there that basically explains how I got girls to work for me for my
Tate's
webcam.
PhD, right?
It's a PhD course, pimping hose degree.
Fuck yeah. I was wondering what it meant.
PhD, pimping hose degree.
I've seen it. I just didn't know what the PhD meant. I was like, is this his PhD in pimpology? Like, what is this?
But yeah, I basically explained how I got girls and how I got them to work for me.
Okay.
So it's not just about picking up girls, it's about converting them into really loving you enough to moving in with you and working for you and giving you all the money.
Yeah, I remember hearing your story, privately one time on Google Hangout. It was a pretty epic story for businessmen.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was badass shit.
Yeah, and I was very successful with the webcam company, and you know, I still do it now, not as big as I did, but I still do it. I've got some of my best girls with it. But anyway, the point is, in that course, I teach how I got girls and how I got them to work for me. And I realized that weaponizing your attention is the only thing you have. That's the only weapon men have in the sexual marketplace, your attention. Typically, men give attention to get sex, and girls give sex to keep getting attention.
So that's your primary kind of tool or
That's your tool.
resource.
That's your only resource.
Yeah.
Because even you talk about money and all this shit, that's all garbage. The only resource you have is your attention. And the reason it's so difficult is because now women get so much attention for no reason.
Yeah.
Then why does your attention have value?
Yeah.
So you have to put value on your attention.
Yeah.
So then how do you put value on your attention? And once again, I explain this in the course by saying everything that's valuable, like gold, is scarce. So I don't give my attention to any girl I'm not banging. I don't follow you on Instagram. I don't fucking like your pictures. Like if we're not talking and literally actively going somewhere, you don't get my attention, because that's what gives it a value. And then they start sitting there and start liking your pictures, start thinking, this dude ignores me.
Yep.
It's like, well, it's because I've got too many girls on the roster right now. I ain't got time for you.
They're waiting for that follow back.
They're waiting
back. You're like, nope.
But most guys are so thirsty.
Yeah.
And because once the girl knows that she could get you, then she loses value. No, he wants to fuck me, duh.
Yeah, they want the fantasy, they want the mystery, they want the story.
Absolutely. They want and it's the same with us men. I say this to all the guys I coach. I say, how many times have you had a girl and she was good on paper, but she was just too available and you couldn't be bothered?
Yeah.
So imagine it from a girl's perspective. You're way too available for her. It's not too complicated. And the crazy thing about all of this, and I try and teach this in the courses, if you approach this all like a game and you can be very cerebral about it, that's fine. But if you just make it who you are, it's fucking easier. Yeah. For me, it's who I am. If
you're saying, so like Rollo talks about like internalizing it. I think that's what you're saying.
I've just become that guy.
Yeah.
I'm that guy. You don't want to fuck me, I don't want to talk to you.
Yep, fuck off.
That's it. It's not a game.
Yep.
And that's not me being a horrible person. It's like you don't want you don't want to give me what I want, I don't want to give you.
Yeah.
Bye.
Well, your time's valuable. You're going to die someday. I don't know when it's going to be. I don't know when I'm going to die too. Yeah.
So when I'm on Twitter and I'm arguing with these feminists and I say I don't have female friends, they're like, oh, you're a misogynist. Like, no, I don't want to sit around and buy dinner for a girl I'm not banging. I don't want to.
Yeah.
I don't want to do that. If I want to sit and talk, I'll talk to guys. I don't see what I'm talking to a woman about unless it's leading somewhere.
Yeah.
You know, or we have a relationship. I don't see what the platonic. We're going to discuss Vampire Diaries.
Yeah.
What the fuck are we talking about?
Ironically enough, you live in your Dracula's castle. Right?
Well, yeah, I'll give her a vampire diary. We'll go up and stay there for the night. You know, you want to stay with me, we'll talk.
Have you
Otherwise,
fucked any girls at Dracula's castle?
You can rent the suite up there.
Yeah,
so,
yeah. It's like a hotel and shit.
You can get.
Oh yeah, that's totally.
It's pretty gangster.
I got to go to Romania. I hear it's great.
Yeah, it's like Poland 30 years ago. It's a bit more rough around the edges.
Yeah, good. But, sounds nice
cool.
and tough. Nice and rough,
there's no soy in Romania. There's none of that. They're fully right wing.
So let's get a little more specific too about women. How have women fucked up in the West, and how can they do better? I have that thing you saw last time I had, Make Women Great Again. So I have a whole convention in building in 2020 for that in spring. I'd love for you to be there, by the way.
Yep.
But how can women do better? Like in Poland, I'm loving it. These women are doing a lot better than in America.
Yep.
American women, I already knew that beforehand, but like I really understand that not being here. Like these women are feminine. They know they're beautiful, they're joyful, they're graceful and shit.
Yep.
So beyond what we're seeing here, how can women in America do better? How can they stop fucking up?
Okay, so this is a really good question, and my view on this is probably going to piss off a lot of the red pill guys.
Excellent.
Here we go. So buckle up, haters, motherfuckers. So my first view is this: girls who instinctively just respect men by default because they're men are. I've met a few of them, and I'm not sure that's a good idea, and I'm telling you why. Girls who just go, well, I'm a girl and I respect men as a whole, any man I respect, they usually end up being hoes. I've kind of detected and I've seen like girls who just respect men by default end up just fucking loads of dudes because they respect men by default, and any guy who talks to them and they kind of just fucking loads of dudes.
You mean like they say they respect men, or you like feel they respect men?
I don't know. Women who are just too. When any man gives them attention, well, he's a man and I'm a girl, and they just kind of give in too easily. Because look, the idea is we all want our girl to be ours, don't we?
Yeah.
So you don't want some other dude to talk to your chick and she's like, oh, he's a man. So you don't want women to just respect all men by default. You want women to respect you. That's what you want. I like that my woman respects me and hates men. My woman will literally say, oh, guys, but I love you. I love you.
Gotcha.
You know, so I don't have a real problem with that. I think the biggest mistake women make is they are terrible at attracting high value men, and then this just distorts their view of men as a whole. Do you know what I mean? So
and they have a flood of betas too, like distorting their view as well.
Absolutely. So they're shit at attracting high value men. They're only fucking around with low value men, and it's just a spiral. It's a circle. It gets worse and worse, and they just end up fucking all these losers, and they hate men. And that's how it goes.
The cock carousel through the 20s and shit.
Exactly. Yeah. So they're terrible at attracting high value men because what happens is they deal with betas so long that when they meet a high value man, they don't know how to act.
Yeah.
And this is one of the things with Eastern Europe is maybe it's because it's a poorer country and there's less economy, but it's also a cultural thing. They understand the best route to a high value man is through their beauty.
Yeah.
They know that. And in the West, we try and pretend that's a bad thing. There is absolutely nothing wrong with me liking a girl for how she looks.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean that's all I like about her. She can be a nice person too. But there's nothing wrong with me seeing her and going, fuck. She's hot.
It's inspiring. Yeah, beauty.
You know, this is why wars were fought.
Yeah.
The Greeks and the Romans and shit, people died over chicks.
Well, the beauty too is also the genes. Like that's what you want to like put a baby in. I mean, there you go.
Absolutely. So there's nothing wrong with that. And women in the West have this idea that you should be liked for something more than how you look. You know, oh no, it has to be liked for what I think and this and this and this. And the reality is, sorry feminists, sorry, we don't give a fuck. We don't. Most men don't. We do.
On top of that, they think they have trash ideas. They're fucking horrible.
Yeah,
so it's like you don't even like. Where do you want to go there?
Exactly. I say this all the time. People have this weird conception that men and women need things in common, and I say no, we don't. We don't. Men and women do not need that much in common. My girlfriend likes bullshit TV shows I don't watch. I like kickboxing and chess, and she's never done either of them.
Yeah.
What we need is a submissive woman, a dominant man, great sex. And find each other physically attractive.
And a lot of sex.
And make some stupid jokes. And have a good time. Done. We don't have to sit there and fucking like the same crap.
I think Rollo is saying, others too, that sex is the glue of a relationship.
Absolutely.
Less you have, less glue you have, well, there you go. It falls apart.
As soon as your woman won't sleep with you, you may as well just leave.
Yeah.
You literally, if your woman's saying, I'm not, just leave.
Yeah.
And leave with some honor.
I have the exact same opinion.
Bye. Because otherwise you're waiting for her to cheat.
Yeah.
And on top of that, while you're waiting for her to cheat, if you talk to another woman, you're the worst guy in the world.
Well, it sounds super unhealthy too. Who the fuck wants to be in a relationship where you're not fucking all the time? That sounds like incredibly stupid.
It's pointless.
Yeah.
And what's actually a healthy sexual dynamic, because men have to do all the work, is the man should be saying no.
Yeah.
My girl wants sex nonstop. She isn't gonna do anything. I'm the dude who's like,
And so
I'm
what
tired.
you're saying there is that men should be the leaders of the sexual component of the relationship.
Men should be the leader of everything.
Yeah.
They should. Men should be the leader of everything.
Yeah, I agree.
I can't think of any.
Yeah.
I can't think of any socio dynamic. I can't think of any business dynamic. I can't think of any dynamic on earth that's better with a female in charge.
Yep.
This is the reality.
I agree.
And men have evolved to lead.
Yeah.
You look at human from a. If you look at
the
humans
one
from
thing I think women lead well is babies and children. They lead like that. Well, they're more closer, I think, to children.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's
They're
theories
fantastic
that
at raising children.
Yeah.
But even
babies
then,
specifically too,
even then,
yeah.
the man should lead the family.
Yeah, of course, absolutely,
you know?
yeah.
But the woman should, she should do the baby stuff.
Kind of like the hierarchy. The man leads the family. She's beneath the man, and the woman leads the children, kind of thing.
My question is this: okay, so if the feminist imperative is correct, and that this whole patriarchy idea isn't something that's evolutionary and natural, and it's something that we've instilled, how come it happened in every single society across the earth since the dawn of human time?
Yeah, of course.
Imagine the coincidence
Yeah.
for the Aztecs and the Ming dynasty on opposite sides of the world, from Brazil to China, were the men to be in charge. Imagine the coincidence that in every society, the Eskimos in fucking sub-Saharan Africa, who never met, never spoke, that just by coincidence, a 50-50 coin flip, in every single society in history ever, men were in charge.
Yeah, it's a very natural thing.
It's the way it's supposed to be.
It's
because
common sense,
The
in my opinion.
math doesn't add up any other way.
Yeah.
So it's like men have evolved to lead. Men should be in charge. This is how it is. And it's just a new age think experiment that's trying to convince people that's not the case.
Yeah.
And it's garbage.
Yeah.
And I don't see society going anywhere better for
It's
it.
dangerous garbage. Yeah, get us all killed, man. Fuck that.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's move on a little bit. So you mentioned England you think is gone.
Yep, done.
There's a couple people still fighting for it. You have Paul Joseph Watson, Tommy Robinson.
Yeah.
So guys like that. Brexit, obviously.
Yeah.
But your opinion, England's is totally fucked.
Finished.
Yeah.
England would need a revolution today to try and undo the bad work, and it's nowhere near coming.
Damn.
We don't have a single politician who's anywhere even 1% right wing. Every single politician's fully left.
You would need like a
left-wing.
modern day Churchill, you're saying?
Yeah, you'd need something crazy to happen.
Yeah.
And the only people left in America who are resisting liberal indoctrination are the Muslims, and there's a whole bunch of them.
Yeah.
And this is why my view, once again, my conservative views are all skewed up, because I'm almost on the team of the Muslims now.
Jesus.
But then the only people you have left who don't want transgenders in schools.
Yeah.
They're the only people you have left who don't want to tell kids that being gay is better than being heterosexual.
They're very proudly pro-family.
Yeah, they're the only people they have left who have families and have kids.
Yeah.
They're the only people, like, you have no one, there's no other allies in the Western Europe besides them. So in some ways, they're destroying your culture. But in other ways, so are the liberals.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know, and in the long run, in my view, is super pessimistic. This Muslim's going to win anyway. They're outbreeding. And I think the average English woman has 1.6 kids. The average Muslim woman in England has like 6.8. Like they're just within 30 years, we're outbred anyway. So the fight's over, done. It's done. It's not even close. The population is going to overpass us. So at least they have ideals which don't completely go down the liberal lunacy.
Yeah.
And it's amazing to me that the left, what's funny is they're cognitive dissidents. The left, they idolize Islam and they idolize all their other bullshit, and they're completely non-compatible. So the left is sitting there going, what do I do? What do I do? It's weird. But in the end, Islam will win, because they always do, because they're uncompromising. We were talking earlier about frame. Muslims have the best frame on earth. No, this is the rules. No, fuck you. I'll kill you now. I'll kill myself. I'll kill everyone.
Yeah.
That's how they are. And you're like,
they take it that far.
Yeah,
they take it that far. Yeah.
But, and you know, man, like I said, this is why I piss a lot of conservatives off, but this is the truth. A lot of the reason the Taliban are fighting Americans, a lot of the reasons they're literally fighting wars they can't win with an AK against a fucking Predator drone, is because they're fighting for the right to have their virgin wife in a burqa. Literally, pussy drives things on that level. People don't understand that they look at the Western cultures.
Pussy's powerful.
The pussy's powerful. They look at Western cultures and look how Western women act, and they think, I don't want that. I don't want my women to be like, there's no wives there.
It's crazy.
I want this.
Yeah.
And this is my society, and they're coming along telling me they're going to blow this up and take this away from me. No, I want a virgin wife at 16 who's going to obey me. That's what I want. And if I have to fucking die to protect it, that's what I'm going to do. And this is literally, that's the level. I had a friend who's I won't say his name, you can Google him up, he's a really rich guy, lives in Dubai. And he comes to London to party all the time. And we're in the clubs, whatever. And he looks at me and says, look around. And we look around. He goes, there's girls here to fuck, but there's no wives here.
Yeah.
He goes, I'll fuck your, he says, I'll fuck your Western women, but I'm marrying a Muslim woman.
Yeah.
And it's like, this is how they view the world.
America feels like that, man. There's plenty of girls to fuck, but it's not the best in the world, but it's pretty good.
Yeah.
But, to find a wife or a mother for your children, it's tougher than fucking nails.
Tough,
Yeah.
exactly.
That's crazy.
And this is why we are the age we are and we're not married. And if we lived in an Islamic country, we would have been married at 21.
Yeah.
And we would have 5 kids by now.
Yeah.
And this is the reality of the human condition. And this is the reality of the Western world. And most people don't want to accept it. We can talk about countries, we can talk about governments, all these things. Without children, there's no future and there's nothing else. So you destroy the motivation for people to have kids. You're going to lose to the people who do have kids.
You told me about last night, you and your brother were talking about Hungary. They have a really pro-family tax code, right?
Yeah, so Hungary passed a law recently. If you have 4 or more kids, you never pay tax for the rest of your life.
That's amazing. Yeah, that is so badass.
That is what the Western countries need to do.
We need that in America immediately.
We need to stop sending foreign aid immediately, cut the foreign aid to 0, introduce that law to make up for the lack of tax, bam, and you're gonna have American kids born on American soil.
Fuck yeah.
Instead of just importing people because every population is dropping.
Yeah.
Every population in the Western world's dropping. Every population, thanks to modern medicine, every population in the third world's exploding. Exploding. You have people, like Nigeria's population has doubled in 30 years or something stupid. And where's the future? It doesn't matter about policies, it doesn't matter about Trump, it doesn't matter about law. The future is who's left on the planet.
Yeah.
It ain't us. It ain't us, bro. Like, this is the reality.
That's well put. The future is who's left.
On the planet, who's left?
Yeah, all that's going to be left. And lives, yeah.
All that's going to be left is are the only people left who are having families and they're sticking by their morals and they refuse to give up are the Muslims.
South America, you have some of this a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, you do have some of it, but I think the future of Western Europe is Islamic for that reason.
Yeah.
And to a degree that pisses me off, but then to another degree, I look at how the people who are supposed to be protecting the country are acting.
Europe has a really long history of warfare and fighting and killing each other too. So I'm kind of like seeing the Islam, influx into that. Europe always kill, they always kill each other and shit. So it's like it's a clusterfuck like incoming.
Well, yeah, I mean, I don't know what's going to go down, but I look at, I really am quite realistic and logical about the world that the weak perish and the strong survive.
Yeah.
That's how it's always been.
Yep.
So if the guardians of Western society, I'm talking about Europe specifically, if the guardians of British society refuse to protect their own culture, and they refuse to protect their society, and they refuse to inspire people to have children, and they refuse to inspire marriage, and they want to just demonize men every chance they get, and let in millions of third worlders who don't play by the game, whose fault is it that they're going to lose? It's their own fucking fault. They signed the bill to their own demise. Yeah. So what am I going to do about it?
They cheered about it, and virtue
they're happy
signaled.
for it.
It's fucking
Yay!
Crazy. Yeah.
We're all gay, and you can all come and have families. It's like, well, fucking, then what the fuck do you think this is going to lead?
No wonder you're going to die.
So I just left. I'm like, well, fuck this shit. I'm out. So it's garbage, man. It really is. America has a fighting chance. Eastern Europe has a fighting chance, but Western Europe is 100% done.
Yeah, I love I love America, but my second favorite country in the world right now is Poland. Yeah, I'm amazed as part of the world. It's so badass. Yeah, these people are happy. They're content. They're building families. They get along and shit. Yep. It's not perfect, but I'm impressed, man. I can't wait to go to Romania and see more of it.
Well, this is the thing, and I'm a mixed race guy. I'm half black, half white. But also, you can talk about multiculturalism and how it's a failed experiment. In all these countries that are 99% native populations, there's much lower violent crime. Yeah. This is statistical facts.
Ironically, I've never felt more well. I visited about, not 72 or whatever, I've visited about 23, 24 countries now. Yeah. I've never felt more welcome in a country in the world. Yep. Outside of America, this is amazing. Yep. And it's one of the safest countries you can walk around in. Yeah. Girls walk around at night, no problem. In Romania, I was in a taxi when I first moved there, and there was 2 girls walking about 3 o'clock in the morning. And I said, you don't see that in London. You don't see girls walking around at night. You get knifed or acid in your face. Exactly. Yeah. And he said to me, oh, but I'm Romanian. Romanians don't hurt Romanians. When have you ever heard that in America? Yeah. Well, they're American. I wouldn't go rape, kill, brawl gun American. No one gives a fuck about anyone. We have a lot to learn from Poland and these countries. Everyone's divided. Yeah. So they're like, oh, fuck him. He's this. He's that. I'm this. You're that. He's Democrat. He's this. He's that. And everyone's divided, and this is how it is. And all this division is sown by the left anyway. Yeah. They're the most racist people of all, these fucking psychos. They see race in everything. Yeah. I don't give a shit if you're black. They're obsessed with race. They're obsessed with race. Yeah. I don't look at race. If you treat me with respect, I treat you with respect back. I don't give a shit. Yeah. But the left, even if you treat them with respect, because you're white, you're bad. Yeah. And these people are completely lost, and they're the ones who are going to end it. I think you mentioned this, maybe you mentioned this before, but the fall of Rome and how Rome didn't lose an external battle when it fell. It fell because there was infighting, and there was a whole bunch of men who didn't want to join the army anymore, and they all got decadent and ate grapes and sat around. There was a lot of crazy shit too with women and all this all the transgender shit. All this crazy shit happened, just like now. Yep. And when the barbarians turned up and they needed an army, they said, well, why don't we just let some in instead and show them that it's better to be a Roman? Start letting them all in, and then before you know it, the whole place is on fire. Yep. Bang. History's repeating itself. Like over and over that's again. How Rome fell, and that's how the West is going to fall. Yeah. Yeah, it's got to stop, man. It's It's just crazy, man. Just seeing history repeat itself. It's like we can wake up and observe this. We have enough, technology. We have books. We can look at history and just put a stop to it. It's got to stop.
Yep.
That's my goal, man. I want to kill feminism. End it. I think it needs to die. I think it's gonna die. One way or another, it's gonna die.
Yep.
How that happens, we're gonna find out.
Well, I think hopefully it happens the way through you waking people up.
Yeah.
This is the way we need it to happen.
Fuck yeah.
The only other way it's going to happen is going to be through some terrible event.
Yeah. Muslims coming in and doing all that. They'll end feminism in a fucking heartbeat. So.
Yeah, they're not
either we can do it or they can do it. Take your pick.
Absolutely, but they ain't taking shit.
Yeah,
they ain't taking shit from nobody.
Yeah.
So,
one of my favorite philosophers is actually a woman, Ayn Rand, and she had a saying that the most consistent wins.
Yep.
In everything.
Yep.
And that really kind of hit me when you said, they're willing to kill themselves.
Yep.
That is how congruent their frame is.
Absolutely.
They will fucking blow themselves up.
They won't play games. Just say, I'll blow myself up. If you're going to come here and try and tell me what to do, I'll blow myself up. Okay. This is how they are.
Let's get into some more questions here. So you talked to me last night about building a family. This is for one of my guys, a question I got for you. What's your quota for reproduction? What's going on with that? Let's hear it.
So I'm aiming for yeah, this is gonna piss off the trad cons again. sorry, red pillars. Yeah, I'm gonna be having probably about 8 or 9 kids with about 4 or 5 different chicks.
Oh, great.
Yeah. That's what I'm gonna do.
Go big or go home, man.
Yeah, because I don't see why not. And I really, once again, it's gonna piss off the feminists. Fuck, I'll piss you all off. Women are the oven, so they're gonna create my children, but I'm the man. And I'm gonna mold them in the way to be the way I need them to be. Although you need a good mother who's dutiful and caring, you need a mother to provide them with their basic nutritional needs. Their emotional development and who they are as people, I really believe is down to the father. I really believe that. I think the woman keeps them fed and clothed, but when shit really goes down, it's their dad's advice.
Yeah.
That's what I believe.
The wisdom and the philosophy.
All those things. So I know the kids are gonna be fantastic no matter who the mother is.
Yeah.
So I can go pick up a girl today and have kids for her today. They're gonna be fantastic anyway because I'm Andrew Tate.
Yeah.
Cobra
fucking Tate.
The Cobra fucking Tate. And because I'm living in Eastern Europe, I don't have to worry about. No one's gonna take me to court. No one's gonna destroy me with alimony.
The laws here are a lot less crazy for that kind of stuff.
It's completely less crazy, and also because I'm a foreign national, it's even easier. So I can't lose from a financial perspective. No one can put me in jail. I'm gonna give the mother the money she needs. If she gets too fresh, she can go hungry for a week, and she'll know to be nicer to me, and everything's gonna be fine. So that's the reason I'm going to do what I do, and I'm going to have a legacy from it, and I don't see there's any reason not to. That's absolutely 100% my plan. And when people sit and say to me, oh, that's going to make you a bad father, I disagree. Fathers have always been away from their kids. They were at sea, they were in the Navy, they were at war, they were in the mines, they were at work 20 hours a day. Fathers have always been away from their kids. They've always been temporary.
Building civilization, bringing
the money home. They've always been temporary.
Yep.
So I don't have to go to work because I've got other ways to make money. So fine, I'm going to fuck some other girls, but I'll be back in a couple days. It's the same thing.
That's like almost your job anyway, though.
Well, basically, yeah, to keep the cam girls running. So, that's going to be my plan. And people can sit there and go, oh yeah, that's bad, whatever. When I'm 60, 70, and I have 8 or 9 kids, and they're all going to love me, and we're all going to get along fine. They're all going to be realistic about the fact there's a whole bunch of mothers, and when the sons grow up, they're going to understand why.
It's worth mentioning. Donald Trump, someone we're both a huge fan of. He has children from 3 different women.
Absolutely.
He has Melania, Ivanka, and then the other one too. Tiffany, all that.
Yep.
So.
It's, man, look at history. Name a powerful alpha from history who didn't have more than one wife.
Yeah.
Name a king or a sultan or a sheikh who didn't have more than one wife and kids from different women.
And you can also go, of course, all the way to Genghis Khan, who had, 1,000 women or something. Yeah.
This is human biological history. You can look at humans from a societal standpoint because society is saying one thing, or you can look at us from an evolutionary standpoint where animalistically certain things happened. Alpha males had lots of kids with lots of women.
Fucking pill.
This is how it was.
Yeah.
This is how men always have been. And now society's come along and they've made up some rules. And I kind of understand why they've tried to make those rules because they believe it'd be better, for man, woman, kids, tax code.
Some of them aren't too bad. Rape is illegal.
Yeah,
okay,
of course.
Fine.
Yeah, completely.
Yeah, but divorce rape is not, so that's a problem. It's got to stop.
Well, exactly. So, I understand why the rules exist, but also from a purely evolutionary standpoint, men have done a certain thing for a long time.
Yeah.
And I don't see why I should change.
Yeah.
That's what I'm going to do.
Yeah, you're going to be fucking,
I'm going to do what I want.
This is great. You're going to love the speakers, man. You've met a few of them recently in D.C., Washington, D.C. Yeah. There's we had a whole fucking gaggle of guys like this, man. Just a whole fucking platoon. It's fucking great.
Awesome.
Yeah. Let's go back to actually Trump a little bit. So I mentioned him a second ago. Yeah. How did you react to Trump's victory? I mean, did you see that coming? How was that day for you? You were in Romania, the UK?
I was in UK at the time,
okay.
and when I went to bed, Hillary was winning.
Yeah.
Because it was overnight.
Oh fuck.
And I didn't believe he stood a chance.
Damn.
I really thought Trump should win, but they're gonna rig it. They're gonna. So when I woke up and saw Trump was the president, I was like, fuck. I was like, no way. I couldn't believe it.
What were people in the UK doing?
Everyone was having a panic attack. And
I was in Colorado. I went to a coffee shop. All these liberals and shit. They were like just like almost in tears. Everybody's just fucking like super quiet and shit. It was miserable. It was awesome.
But this is the thing about it. I learned a lot about people and a lot about the world when Trump was elected, because you learn that what I've deduced, and I'm always fucking right, so it's true, is that the people who hate him, they don't hate him for any kind of logical reason. It's kind of like the same reason a rabbit will instinctively hate a fox. It's because the fox is a predator and they're prey. So when betas, although they live in a society where they're now safe, betas for a long time evolutionarily have been historically prey to an alpha. That's what a beta was. If an alpha turns up and you're a little loser in caveman days, you're fucked.
Yeah.
So they look at him like a predator because they're prey. And although he's not going to do anything to them, there's something instinctual inside of them that's just telling them, he's evil, run, run. And the same reason a rabbit hates a fox.
Well, he's stopping their free shit.
They don't know why. They don't know why they hate him, but they just know he's better.
Are you familiar with RK selection theory?
No.
There's actually a gene theory with like literally rabbits they talk about, and then like predators like foxes and wolves. And they say that rabbits, for example, are a good example of, I think it's R selection. They just fuck like crazy. And there's no thought into like, well, rabbits don't take care of each other. There's no like,
they don't care
family
what's
and
good.
shit. They just want all the free shit, all the free grass and shit. But then they hate the predator who wants to stop that shit, or at least manage it better. No more free shit, end the immigration and all that crap. Joe, you check it out sometime. You like it a lot.
Look at
RK selection.
Sounds exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
But basically, they look at him and they know he's superior to them, and that makes them instinctually dislike him because they're threatened by him.
Yeah.
They know that he's an alpha male and they're not, and that makes them instinctually threatened because historically he would have been the guy to whoop their ass.
Yeah.
And now they're sitting there and they hate him without logic or reason, even though he's improving their life.
Yeah, and that's why it's endless why they hate him. No matter what he does, they're always going to hate him.
Yeah, it's instinctual. And that's why they sit there literally in tears, genuine fear.
I mean, the Mueller stuff, so we're in Poland here. The Mueller stuff just came out a couple days ago. That's all done.
Yep.
And even now, they still fucking hate him. Like they can't give it up, even with like clear, evidence and all this shit, or total lack of evidence.
It's illogical.
Yeah.
It's illogical, and they don't want to make sense. They don't care because they're emotionally driven people. It doesn't matter how much you tell them the truth. They're emotionally driven, and that's why arguing with them is always a waste of time.
Yeah, because it's becoming like women. It's all emotions.
It's all emotions.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. It's crazy.
Fuck yeah. So let's talk about the convention a little bit. You'll be speaking up here at the Poland convention soon, Warsaw, Poland this July.
Yep, I should be. Yeah,
what are your thoughts on the convention and what you've seen so far? I mean, you haven't been at the convention itself, but what we're doing.
I've seen a lot of the YouTube videos. I think it's fantastic what you guys are doing.
Thanks, man.
It's great that some things.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, some things need to be said that aren't said anywhere else.
Yeah.
And this is the reality of the world. They need to be said, and we live in a world now where social media and everything is so heavily policed.
Yeah.
The only time you can say some of this stuff is in a convention.
Yeah.
Because and this is.
It's a very safe space.
And this is where a lot of our fight is. This is where a lot of our fight is hardest. Is that the people with the biggest control over populations in the world are all censoring us. Yeah, literally.
To control what you say and what you think.
And what you see.
Yeah, what you see. Yeah.
They write a little algorithm on Facebook and they change the order of things appearing. And it changes people's minds, millions and millions of people overnight.
Yeah. Never mind hard censoring that shut you off like Alex Jones.
Exactly.
Yeah. You've had some of this too,
I've
right?
been banned 8 times.
Yeah.
On my 9th count.
Yeah.
So it's crazy and
like a cat. He's got like 9 lives and shit.
Now I'm at the point where I just come back to piss him off.
Yeah.
I just pop up again.
Good. Yeah. I'm all for it, man. Some people never die.
Yeah. So
I don't know how I don't get banned. I just keep saying shit. Nothing happens. I don't know.
You're doing good,
see.
bro. You're doing good.
Fuck yeah.
But so it's important, and it's important that we meet and we say these things in person, because on social media it's going to come back to bite us, or it's going to be censored or destroyed.
Yeah.
So
that's why I love actually filming it so much, man. All these cameras and photography and videos.
Yeah.
They live for some people never die. Videos never fucking die.
Exactly.
Just keep going, man. It's like digital gold.
I hope this pisses off people in 100 years.
Oh yeah, it definitely will. I'm hoping 300 years. To do thousands of years. Fuck it, man.
Yeah. Put it on some never-ending website.
Yeah. Fuck yeah. Yeah, we can also, if you're welcome to come out to any of the conventions this year, man. We got the Patriarch Edition coming up, of course, rebuilding the patriarchy. We got Poland here, got Orlando later in the year, and 22 content. You're welcome to all of them, 100%.
Perfect. Thank you very much, man. I appreciate that.
Fuck yeah.
Thank you.
So you're known for running a huge cam site, all this cam girls, shit like that, webcam girls. What do you think? Can you tell us a little bit about why men do that and how that actually works, like behind the scenes? Okay. Not behind the scenes, but
yeah, absolutely. I'll tell you all about it. So, quick plug here. Anyone who wants to run a cam site, I have a course on my website that will teach you how to do it. Webcamming is a business that's growing. It's not going anywhere. It's going to get bigger and bigger and bigger because betas are getting more and more common, and these are the guys they're all Democrats.
And women see it as a good way to make money, right?
Well, for women, it's a fantastic way to make money.
Yeah.
You can sit at home on your computer in your pajamas.
Just sell your sexuality.
Yeah,
just
sell your sexuality. Yeah. And the greatest thing about it is in your pajamas, literally.
Yeah, literally.
Like my girls, they put makeup on and all the sexy underwear on for like 6 days a week, and then on the 7th day, they'll have a no makeup chill day and get paid more money.
Yeah.
To do even less.
Wow.
because the guys
Feed
like
pictures and shit.
weird
What
shit.
the fuck weird shit.
But it's not even just about sex, because porn is effectively free now. It's about attention. It's about interaction.
Yeah.
And these betas do not get genuine interaction from hot girls.
Engagement is the new cocaine at Lattimore.
Absolutely. That's all it is. It's purely engagement. There's loads of guys paying these girls who don't want sex. Well, they'd love to have sex with a girl, obviously, but they just want to talk about their dog and UB40 and just
The gender relations are that fucked up, yeah.
They're
It's
that
all
fucked up.
gone.
And they're fucked up for a variety of reasons. One, because you have a whole bunch of betas who've been told to act beta to get girls, it doesn't work, and then they end up screwed up and end up on campsites. Two, we live in a world now where everything's so much more connected. If you lived in Nebraska, how often did you see a 10? Like, you went through life, you married a 5, the world was full of 5s. Now you got guys living in buttfuck wherever, looking on Instagram, seeing these hot chicks, and no, but it's true. And they're like, well, I want to talk to a girl like that. You know, it's another thing. And all of this adds up together, and you just end up with this huge plethora of guys who are literally willing to pay money to get attention from beautiful women. That's all it simply is. It's simply an attention market. And the women just monetize their attention, and they say, yeah, I'll give you attention if you pay X amount, and that's how it goes. And it's a fantastic business. The girl profits. In many ways, the guy's happy. I don't think you're even exploiting the men. People sit there and go, oh, you're exploiting men. Well, people accuse me of both. They say I'm exploiting women, they say I'm exploiting men. I'm not exploiting women because I'm making women rich. So how the fuck am I exploiting women? Dumb. I'm making myself rich, but I'm making them rich. And two, you're not exploiting men because these men are happy with the interaction. A lot of these men are married. Wow. They've got a wife at home who doesn't fuck them. They've got kids who don't respect them. And they're literally, the only time they smile at all is when they get their laptop out and talk to this hot 19-year-old on the other side of the world.
Jesus.
And it's sad, but it keeps them out of suicide. Genuinely.
I believe it.
Genuinely. So, this is just the whole relationship with the webcam market, and it's growing by the day.
Got to bump them all from the webcam shit to the PhD course, man. Cross promotion.
Absolutely. And this is what the PhD course explains how I got the girls to work for me, and the cam course is the ins and outs of running a cam business. But a cam business is a fantastic business because it ain't going anywhere. And there's online money, and it's 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. Christmas, New Year, the busiest times. There's lonely dudes on Christmas on there just fucking sending money.
No, I think you're responding. It's a response to a problem. It's a response to a failing culture.
Absolutely. And it used
for better or for worse.
It used to kind of be like strip clubs and that kind of thing, but they're kind of slowly going out of business, and like everything else, like every other business, it's all going online.
We tried going to a strip club last night. Shit was closed. Literally closed. I was like, what the fuck?
It's all online now. So you got these girls who are online, and I know like a lot of the red pill guys, these cam whores and stuff. I've worked with over 75 girls, and I can tell you genuinely, they're not whores. The whores are out being a stripper or being an escort because it's easy. Being a cam girl isn't actually that easy. It's still 8 hours a day. You got to be happy for 8 hours a day. Pretend to be happy. Smile. You can't be a miserable bitch. You got to be happy for 8 hours a day. You got to remember people's names. You got to remember their dog, their cat, their problems. 20 different dudes. This, that. You need a smart girl with a good temperament who's a nice person to be a good cam girl.
These are more advanced cam girls because every girl now can get into like sugar babying, premium Snapchats.
I mean, that's
really
basic. That's common. That's basic shit.
Entry level shit.
But if you're going to be like a real high level cam girl, you need to be a hard worker and you need to be intelligent.
I've heard this.
This is true. And people say, oh, they're dumb. They just get their tits out for money. So if you just get your tits out, you're not going to get any money.
Like, well, would you not do it if you were in that situation? Like, maybe you would. You probably would.
So my best cam girl can make $2,000 a day.
Wow,
It's 7 days a week.
Damn.
So, and people are going to go, oh, she's a hoe. She's sitting at home in her bed making $2,000 a day.
Fuck. You could sit in your pajamas and make $2,000 a day.
It's like, so I think it's a reaction to, because all of the customers are from Western Europe and America. There's no customers from Eastern Europe. There are no customers from the Middle East.
I believe
it. There's all just a bunch of
We're here in Poland. You're just surrounded by like hot, attractive women who are feminine, who act like women. It's crazy. I've never seen anything like it.
Absolutely. And if you had a whole bunch of money here, you'd never be lonely. But America's got that weird culture where you can still be rich and still not get girls and just be a beta and just be a loser. So these are the dudes, because it's not a cheap habit. It's not a cheap habit. These dudes are on there spending money. So they're not broke.
Tipping, all this bullshit.
All that shit. So the camming industry is a huge one. It's not going anywhere. And it's just a reaction to a whole bunch of betas desperate for just thirst. It's all just thirst. You look at these girls with their 3 million followers on Instagram. That's thirst. So all the girls who's doing is monetizing it.
I understand it even better now, though, that there is a thirst in America and the West for all kinds of femininity. It's like fucking gone. These women act like men, and then it's like you have nothing left except maybe some physical stuff online.
Thirst for femininity.
It's a desert.
That's exactly.
Desert.
You just fucking put it in. Thirst for femininity, because I've had guys literally say to my girls, you're the first girl who speaks nicely. You're the only girl who I've seen talk like this. You're the only girl who does her nail. Like the basic shit. They're just like, wow, she's a pedicure and a manicure and she's polite.
Women in America are a wreck, man, compared to what I'm seeing here. They dress like shit, they act like men, they don't have manners.
It's unattractive.
They're unattractive. It's unattractive in like 1,000 different ways. I'm blown away, man, in Eastern Europe. These are good women.
And this is why you'll see and if you read the newspaper, every once in a while you'll see some random guy in America sends $250,000 to some Romanian cam girl or something. Because I'll send you the articles, bro. It's real. Because they like fall
We had a
in love.
great day at the cam business in Romania.
They fall in love with these chicks,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
she's the only person in his whole life who's nice to him,
Yeah.
and no one else ever is.
Yeah.
And he dies, he leaves all his money in his will to a cam girl instead of his wife.
Yeah,
and that's how it is.
Sweet revenge.
Yeah, well, my girl, she had a guy from Sweden once, and he paid her €1,000 a day for about 3 months.
Wow.
And what he did was he was going through a divorce, and
Yeah.
he sent her pictures of his wife, and she had to insult his wife, and he recorded it all and put it into a long compilation and gave it to her after the divorce. And
Yeah,
that was pretty gangster.
Wow, that's awesome.
It's pretty awesome. But yeah,
Yeah.
it's an interesting industry. But
Cam
yeah.
girls making Sweden great again. This is fucking great.
But yeah, it's just a reaction to the sexual marketplace we live in. It's a reaction to a whole bunch of dudes who ain't got their shit
I
together.
gotta say, I'm particularly impressed that you were like this alpha bad boy, all these fucking cars and shit, the women, and then you run a great business. You're an entrepreneur.
Absolutely.
It's fucking wonderful.
And this is the thing about it. I have always, I think the reason I'm successful is, although I play this, okay, I'm not going to play it.
Well,
Yeah.
entrepreneurship's fucking tough, first of all, any business. So
Any
you're
business
doing
is
well.
difficult.
It's awesome.
Exactly. And also, people think because I worked with girls, it was all just a big sex fest. Da, da, da. I treated it like a business.
Yeah.
There's a whole, fair enough. Okay, I slept with a bunch of women. I have some cool pictures.
How many years has it been running to?
5 years now.
Yeah, it's solid. Yeah, real solid.
So, and in total, I've had 75 girls work for me. So during that time, it means a whole bunch of girls I didn't sleep with. There's a whole bunch of girls that was purely platonic. Da da da. And
I'm
I
sure you
treated
know
it like a business.
Most businesses are dead by 5 years. Yeah, I think like 80-90% or something like that. By 10 years, 95%. So
Absolutely. I
kick
mean,
ass, man.
at my peak, I made $400,000 one month.
Yeah. Wow.
So I made a lot of money through
badass.
this business, and I was a lot bigger than I am now. I've just got like a few of my top girls left.
Yeah.
But
You're also getting older. Life, you have different priorities and shit. Doing what you got to do.
Exactly. So I'm
Yeah.
going to look to have kids and stuff. So, but it's a fantastic business. It really is. And I say this. I know this pisses off the tradcons, but I'll say to any dude out there, you want to start a camp business, I'll tell you how.
Yeah.
Do it. Do you know what I mean? All you need is one. If you had one girl at home in your bedroom, made an extra $1,000 a week, still money.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Like, and these dudes are gonna. It's kind of like an alcoholic. I say this all the time. If you own a liquor store and an alcoholic comes in and you refuse to serve him, is it going to stop him drinking? He's
No.
going to go buy it from somewhere else.
I say that about Tinder. Women, people criticize me similar to you. I fuck these girls on Tinder and Instagram and shit. Not as many as you, but I try. And they say, I'm enabling that. It's like, I'm not enabling
They're
that.
gonna fuck someone?
Yeah, they're gonna fuck somebody. And I'm like, when they bang me, I'm like the 29th dude that year they fucked her. So, whatever,
yeah.
right? What am I gonna, I didn't do anything about the other 28 dudes that fucked her.
Exactly. So, and it's exactly the same with the alcoholic thing. So you're not going to stop someone being an alcoholic. So if these dudes are going to go online and send their money away, which you're going to do, they may as well send it to me. Because who else are they going to send it to someone else?
Yeah.
So that's just how I view it. So
Yeah.
I don't think I'm damaging the West. The West has problems. We've just discussed them. I'm exploiting them to make myself a millionaire.
Yeah.
Well, oh well.
Yeah, you're not causing this to happen.
I'm not
They're just
causing it
doing
to happen.
Yeah.
It's happened already.
Yeah.
And if I stop, it's still going to happen.
Yep,
So
that's right.
it is what it is.
Yeah. Well, man, it's been great talking to you. Really
Amazing.
fucking awesome, man.
Thank
Really great
you,
meeting you.
Thank you.
I can't wait to hear your speech at the convention, see what it's about, how badass it's going to be.
Thank you.
I'm hoping it's one of the top ones. I think it will be. But you got good competition, man. You got some badass guys to roll up with here.
I'll put something together.
Fuck yeah, fuck yeah. All right, guys, thanks for tuning in today. Anthony Dream Johnson here from 21 Studios. This is Cobra Tate. He's on YouTube at Tate Speech.
That's right.
/ Tate Speech. I'll put the link in the description in the video. He's also on Instagram, easy to find.
Yep, Cobra Tate.
Cobra Tate. Twitter, that changes over time.
Changes all the time.
Yeah.
So Instagram's the best.
Yeah, cool. Badass. And meet him and other speakers, over 20 of them, this July in Warsaw, Poland, at the 21 Convention 2019 of Warsaw, Poland. Thanks. Appreciate you guys tuning in, and we'll see you next time. Feminism is the ultimate hate and supremacist movement. It's a hate movement against 3.8 billion men. You see New York Times, on the new editorial board, hate, kill all men.
Just kill any man that you see.
You see Christian mothers of 6 talking about open castration or castration of men. That has become normalized for American women today. And it's getting worse every day, every month, every year. So we see women now marching in the streets by the millions. No other hate movement in history has scaled to that level. In 2019, the war on feminism goes global. Feminism has, of course, infected Europe as well. Feminazis have overrun Europe. We need to fight back. We need to defend ourselves.
to Warsaw.